They used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. It is a Friday night in late October. What is today? The 27th? 27th. And we're back outside the old Regal because tonight we're going to check out Five Nights at Freddy's. Now let me tell you, this is based on a video game. I know nothing about the video game. I've never played the video game. All I know is that it's sort of like the Nicolas Cage movie Willy's Wonderland, in that it's like evil Chuck E. Cheese characters who come to life. That's really all I know. But all I need to know is that the Henson Company worked on it. The animatronics, the animatronic monsters were made by the Henson Company. I am a Henson fanatic, and there was no way I wasn't going to come out and see this movie because it's the Hensons. And there was no way I was going to sit home and watch it on Peacock because the big screen is always better. So we're off to see this on the big screen. So here we go. Let's check this out. I haven't done a theater video in a while. Most of my reviews have been from home. But here we go. Back at the old Regal. There it is in all its Tron-like glory. All right, let's check this movie out. All right, we're going into Auditorium 2 tonight. Advertising the Marvels. There's a movie I'm really looking forward to. I already got my tickets for the Marvels. There's the Flurkin. I really loved the first Captain Marvel. Theater 1. And we are in Theater 2. If you need any evidence that they're doing a booming business tonight, there it is. That is the trash. So clearly, the movie theater is on fire tonight, which we like to see. And we're the first ones here, but we won't be the last, because I saw on the mobile app, several people are going to be in this. This is a late show. This is like an 11 p.m. show. And after trailers, the movie's going to start after 11. So this is a late one. But still, quite a few seats were sold. And I asked, because we saw the trash, it's very busy in here tonight. And I said, what is the movie everyone's seeing? There's usually like one movie that's kind of drawing the crowd. And they told me it's this one. Apparently Five Nights at Freddy's is bringing out the crowd. Not at this moment, but we are a little early. And keep in mind, this is like the, I don't know what, 8th or 9th show of the day. We're like at the 11 p.m. show. It's been playing all day in multiple theaters at multiple times. So this is the movie that's apparently drawn the people today. The movie hasn't started yet. I'm coming out to the lobby to refill my soda. Look how busy it is in here. 11 p.m. An 11 p.m. show. I haven't seen anything like this in a while. It's starting to get a little crowded in here. Pop in the seating chart. You can see how many seats were sold. Well, it's 1 a.m. I just got out of the movie. And I gotta say, that was the most obnoxious bunch of assholes I've ever seen a movie with in my entire life. Single most obnoxious group of assholes I've ever seen a movie with in my entire life. I have several friends who complain sometimes, like Rick over at Down to Movies. I know he sometimes says that he doesn't like going to the theater because of the riffraff that attend his local theaters, and I always say I don't have that problem. This theater usually gets a very, very well-behaved bunch, but not tonight. Tonight it was filled with obnoxious shitheads, quite frankly. Talking, screaming. It was horrible. It was really horrible. I actually thought about leaving before the opening credits because it was so bad and the opening credits hadn't even started yet. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through a whole movie with this crowd. They were the most obnoxious group of assholes I've ever seen a movie with in my entire life, bar none. There's not even like a close second place. Once the movie kind of started in earnest, they subsided a little, but then there were a couple times in the movie where they would rev up again. It was really bad. It was really bad. And I mean, we're not talking like one or two. We're talking like 100. I mean, it was like everyone in there was just being one of the most repulsive shitheads you've ever want to see a movie with. No theater etiquette whatsoever. And again, this theater usually does not draw that kind of riffraff. This is very unusual for this theater. The people who attend this theater are usually very well behaved, but it was frustrating to say the least. But there you have it. All right, we're back from seeing Five Nights at Freddy's. You already saw my out of the theater commentary on the audience watching the movie. Never before have I seen a movie with a bigger bunch of assholes. Really, it was one of the most obnoxious movie-going experiences I've ever had. I hear a lot of people talk about how they don't like going to the theaters because of the audiences and the way audiences act. I rarely have these problems at my theater. It's so incredibly rare. This was one of the few, and it was just unbelievably bad. This crowd, they were making sound effects. Like, there was a guy barking the whole time. There was a guy who kept going like, "Rurt, rurt, rurt, rurt." What's that? Why are you barking like a dog? What is that? But he kept barking. The opening scene, without giving spoilers, the opening scene before the credits, the title has not come on yet. We see a character unscrewing a vent, and he's unscrewing. And some kid, "Oh my God, it's a vent! I'm so scared!" And it's like, and people are yelling, "Shut up!" And then later on, the people yelling, "Shut up!" are talking too. And then the other, it was like a zoo. It was like a zoo. A bunch of people who have no theater etiquette. It was horrible. It was truly horrible. There was a scene with a waiter. They go to a diner, and the waiter comes up. And I don't think this line's a spoiler. I don't know. Maybe it's something from the game. I never played the game. But the waiter comes up and says, "Lunch is the most important meal of the day." And the crowd went nuts. They're like, "Yeah!" They're cheering. They're clapping. And I'm like, that line was not that funny. The lunch is the most popular, important meal of the day. That's not like a clever line. Why are you guys going nuts? Then later on, there was a scene with a cab driver where the cab pulls up. And again, same reaction. Crowd went crazy. "Yeah!" And I'm like, all I can figure is maybe there's a scene in the game that takes place in a cab. And they were like, "Oh, the cab scene. It's the cab scene from the game." I don't know. That's the only thing I can come up with. But it was obnoxious, and it was really irritating, and it almost made me wish I watched the movie at home on Peacock, or went back to the theater on another day when it was dead. I have a feeling that, like, if I went to see the Taylor Swift movie with a room full of Swifties, they would have been more respectful than this audience was. This audience was abysmal. And I don't usually have that experience, so it was a little jarring. And seriously, in 47 years, worst movie theater experience I've ever had was last night. But we're here to review the movie, not the audience. We're here to review the movie. What do I think of Five Nights at Freddy's? Okay, keep in mind, I don't know the series. I don't know the games. I never played the games. So I'm going in blind. I'm taking this as it was presented to me as a new movie. What did I think of this? I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I know a lot of critics have been trashing it, saying it's not good. I mean, I don't know what you expected. It's a movie about killer animatronics, and there's this whole storyline about how they're possessed by the ghosts of some dead children. It was pretty much what I expected. I liked it. I was a little surprised because the movie actually has some heart. It wasn't just like a kill 'em all horror movie. There were some scenes there with some genuine emotion and some sweetness. I really enjoyed this. I think it's a 3-star movie. I would say go check it out. The creatures from the Henson Company were great. You got some good performances in there. Josh Hutcherson from the Hunger Games. He's good in it. There's a cop. I didn't recognize the actress. Should have looked up her name beforehand. I didn't. I'm sorry. She's very good. And Matthew Lillard, Mr. Stu Macher from Scream himself, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. He's in it. He's good. I love SLC Punk. I recommend this. I say see it in the theater if you can, provided you don't have a bunch of assholes in the theater. Try to catch it in a theater that's not filled with assholes. If you can find it in an asshole-free theater, that's the way to see this movie. Otherwise, it is streaming right now on Peacock. I do think that, there was a similar movie a couple years ago, from what I understand, because the video game Five Nights at Freddy's was out. From what I understand, this movie a couple years ago was an attempt to capitalize on the popularity of the Five Nights at Freddy's video game. But a movie came out with Nicolas Cage a couple years ago called Willy's Wonderland. And it's the same premise. A guy gets a flat tire. He takes a job overnight to cleaning up like an old Chuck E. Cheese style place. And the animatronics come to life and try to kill him. Willy's Wonderland's a better movie. Of the two, Willy's Wonderland or Five Nights at Freddy's, Willy's Wonderland's better. And Willy's Wonderland had the cool thing of Nicolas Cage character is completely mute, doesn't speak the whole movie. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. You don't hear a word from Nicolas Cage in the entire movie. I really dug Willy's Wonderland. So of the two, Willy's Wonderland's better. But this is still a really good, solid movie. I enjoyed it. I say check it out. I think it's worth your time. And if you don't know the video game, it's pretty much irrelevant. I didn't know the video game either. I mean, you have to take each thing as its own thing, right? Like the writers of a movie can't assume you know the source material. They have to tell the story in the new format. And Five Nights at Freddy's tells this story in this format in a way that I, a total novice to Five Nights at Freddy's, was able to understand it and take it in and enjoy it. So there you go. That's my review. I'm giving a big recommendation to Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought it was fun. Keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander Adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.